Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to create a rule or filter for my personal email so that it takes away a lot of junk mail. I've been getting a lot more junk mail at my live.com email address lately, and I don't know what mailing list I got on, but I seem to be getting 3 or 4 things a day from promoting Victoria's Secret. So I've done this on other email accounts and I like it. Basically, I create a filter to look for the word unsubscribe, and if a message has that, it just gets routed to some folder that I hardly ever look at. Maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks I'll go in. So I'm already signed into my live.com email address, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder for this stuff to go into. So I see here I've got my folder display. I'm going to go ahead and click Create New Folder, and I'll call it what I call the other ones, just Miscellaneous Read Later. There we go. So that'll be my catch-all folder for email that is very likely not important. I don't want to automatically mark it as spam because sometimes there might be emails that I signed up for, like maverickchat.com. You know, I signed up for them, but I don't need to read them as often as they send me, so I'll just route them to some folder and then delete them, periodically. Okay, so I'm ready to create my filter. So I'm going to jump over to the settings over here in the top right corner. Now the settings, they give you a brief view of some of the settings right here, but I need a bigger list. So I'm going to click on View All Outlook Settings. And now I get a better view here. And what I want to do is a rule. So rules seem to be the most common term. I still think of them as filters because I'm filtering my email out into certain areas, but rules are the more common term. I don't have any rules on this email account yet, so I'm going to go ahead and click Add New Rule. And I'm going to name my rule, and I'm going to say, I'll just call it unsubscribe. So this is what I'm going to use as my filter. You can call it anything you want, just call it something that makes sense to you. I'm going to add a condition. Let's see, what kind of conditions do I want? There's a lot of good ones in here, and maybe once I'm done with this video, I might make a few other rules where I'm in the CC line, the subject. No, I can't filter on subject. Keywords. This could be pretty good here. So message body includes. I like that one a lot. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to include the word unsubscribe. Now, I don't think I need to put quotation marks on there, so I'm not going to yet, and we'll see how it works. Add an action. Okay, I do want to add an action, and I'm going to, I'm going to do a couple, I bet they usually let you do a couple things. Let's see if I can do a couple things. I'm going to mark the message as read. I'm going to add another action, and for my other action, I think I'm going to move it. Okay, I think I'm going to move. So I'm going to move to, and I'm going to select the folder. Fortunately, I've already created my folder. There it is, my miscellaneous read later. And I don't have any other rules, so I think I would check this even if I did, though. Stop processing more rules. If you have multiple rules, you might put the rules in the order of importance. Now, since this one is going to affect all emails that come through, I think I do want this to occur first. So I think I'm okay. I'll just leave that checked. And of course, you can always go in and edit a rule to change that out. I'm going to click Save. Let's see, and there it is. So it's turned on. There's my unsubscribe, so you could temporarily turn a rule off. I'm going to turn that back on. If the body of the message contains the words unsubscribe, perfect. Oh, it looks like, let's see, with this, I can run this rule right now. Ooh, I can't prove this to you because I can't move this box, but I do have several emails that probably follow this. So I'm going to go ahead and run it and see what happens. Okay, it's processing. All right, let's see if it worked. I'm going to go ahead and close out of here. And already I can tell in my inbox, in my other folder, there are fewer things in here. Now it looks like there's an ad and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm in pretty good shape. So if I go to my miscellaneous read later folder now, I do have some stuff. I've got all those Victoria's Secrets emails, and I got that Maverick chat email. So basically any email now that has, and see if I can find it on here. So if I go to this one particular email, and I'll just scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's the word unsubscribe there. Now, I've done this before on other accounts, and the one bug in it is sometimes you're going to get spam or junk email where they use a picture, and they do have the word unsubscribe on there, but it's part of a big image. It's just junk mail, and unfortunately, my little rule system, my filter, doesn't catch text that's embedded into a picture. But fortunately, those are very few. Most emails do this. And once again, this isn't necessarily junk email. Much of it is junk email, but sometimes I have some legitimate emails in here that I might want to look at a later date. But at least this is going to filter out a lot of that. But otherwise, I think that works pretty well. So that was just under the settings, and then under View All Outlook settings, and then under Rules, and you can create rules to filter out emails based on some criteria. Thanks for hanging out with me.